Hello, judges, and thank you for considering WECT for outstanding news operation.
To say it's been an unprecedented year would be an understatement. As a news department, we were tested like never before with one of the biggest storms to ever hit our coast. And as a community, we've been working to recover ever since.
And while severe weather may have dominated the headlines this year, we've also produced some outstanding investigations, specials, and community events, as well as striving to keep the bar as high as possible for our day-to-day operations. Here's a look at some of the highlights from the past year.
The forecast track has absolutely no good news for us. Take a look at this. This is the latest forecast track from the Hurricane Center. So really everyone along the Carolina coast needs to start making preparations for this at this point, if not for a direct impact, some strong peripheral impacts.
That's extremely troubling, quite honestly. Last few runs do this, bring the core of a major hurricane right over the Cape Fear region.
It's just meandering here along the Carolina coast. It's going to mean a lot of wind, a lot of rain, a lot of storm surge.
This is exactly why the town of Carolina Beach has enacted that 24-hour curfew, because there's absolutely no reason for folks to be on the beach. This is just too incredibly dangerous.
You know, you keep talking about this eye wall that's coming through. I think I'm in the middle of it right now. It is crazy in downtown Wilmington right now, obviously blowing from this side.
This water has absolutely nowhere to go. I mean, you think about it, it's just rushing through here and from the Atlantic Ocean right here to the Intercoastal Waterway. If you're familiar with Carolina Beach, you can see it's just going from one body of water to the next.
Last September, Hurricane Florence forever changed this region. We've been through storms before, but this monster not only slammed our coast, it dumped a record-breaking amount of rain, leading to deadly situations throughout our community.
We just got this information in from the Wilmington Police Department.
Yeah, they are now saying a mother and an infant died when the tree fell on their home.
Anytime a child's involved, human life certainly, but when it's involving a child, people push themselves to the limit, and that comes with an emotional toll as well.
Stay off the roads. Look at how quickly this flooded in a matter of about 10 minutes. We have feet of water. That could be you if you're in a car. Stay indoors if you're experiencing this, anything like this, in a home with high level water that's rising. Call 911. They do have crews that hopefully can come and get you. We're seeing a lot of people still out on the road now, curious to know what's going on, but this is an extremely dangerous situation.
So for the love of God, do not drive Brunswick County. We're hoping to experience some of the eye of the storm here to at least give us a little bit of a break. But I just checked the radar and the eye is above us. So Brunswick, Charlotte, South Brunswick, it does not look like you are going to get any kind of a break from this. So get off the road.
WECT stayed on the air from shortly before Florence arrived to well after the storm left, totaling 87 straight hours of wall-to-wall coverage, giving viewers vital information to get through the storm.
There is a confirmed tornado. There is a confirmed tornado on the ground located near Silver Lake. If you are near Silver Lake, you need to be in your tornado safe place right now. There is a confirmed tornado
and it's really
near Silver Lake right now. If you are near Leland, you need to get in your safe place. I can't stress this enough.
Yeah, we need to
we are going to need to go to our safe spot
hallway.
here in just a few moments. So
they want us there now.
Yeah, we need it. Let's go in the hallway.
Let's go in the hallway.
Okay, are we still going to broadcast or as best we can?
So if you are in Wilmington, if you are in Belleville, if you are in Leland, if you are in Navassa, you're in this tornado warning right now. Our crew's moving to the back end. We are taking shelter.
Might be a little loud, yeah.
Since we are in this tornado warning, it's moving northwest at around 30 miles per hour. Guys, sorry about the noise. We're moving.
No. You guys need to get back here. We can't hear you. That hallway, that brick, we can't hear you now.
Okay, so again, just to reiterate, okay, so tornado warning for central New Hanover County and southeastern North Carolina, east central Brunswick County and southeastern North Carolina until 2:15.
Our WECT digital studio became a crucial tool in getting critical information to viewers with live interactive coverage, which won us a 2019 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award and earned us National Finalist for Excellence in Innovation.
Q. Stanley writes, my father-in-law, it's his house in Sunset Park. The best part about this post, oh, look at that, the damage. Tree right into the house. He says, we are okay. Unbelievable. And as John and Fran have been saying, this has been playing out all across the area.
We also created the WECT Community Voice Facebook page to help viewers connect, crowdsourcing to help share information much faster than we could ever respond. It too earned us the prestigious Edward R. Murrah Award. The page provided important information like which businesses and restaurants were open following the storm, helping viewers find resources such as groceries, gas, and power.
We were also there when looters rampaged a dollar store during the storm, leading to viewer outrage over what played out on live TV during our 87 hours of wall-to-wall coverage.
You can see inside just a complete mess. People taking duffel bags and trash bags, now noticing that we're here, running away from the camera. You can see people inside here, people with t-shirts over their heads, coming out with bags of items.
In the days and weeks following the storm, we were there as families returned home, or in some cases, returned to what was left.
I just want a home for my children.
Now, nearly a full year later, we continue that coverage, working to showcase the resiliency of our community with our Cape Fear Comeback series.
We've also worked to help storm victims by holding our Cape Fear Strong Telethon, helping to raise more than $350,000 for the recovery process.
Wow. We also couldn't go without recognizing our local heroes. That's why WECT hosted a thank you picnic for all first responders in our area. The event featured food, fellowship, and North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper made an appearance. He personally thanked the men and women who sacrificed time at home with their families to help others during the storm.
First responders put their lives on the line to save others. And many of these first responders during this storm understood that their own possessions, their own property was at risk and often sometimes flooded. And yet they were on the job, they were there.
Our WECT Investigate series took our storm coverage one step further. Not only looking into the deadly flooding and the aftermath of Florence, but digging into the factors that led up to the disaster. That includes the breach of the Kelly Dike, which we uncovered had not been properly maintained, only adding to the flooding issues.
What the committee has done for the last 2 decades remains unanswered.
You know, if you don't live here, it's no concern to you. You don't really care, and they don't care about us.
This year also had an unprecedented political situation when the 9th Congressional District election fraud made national headlines. Our WECT Investigates team worked in and around Bladen County, exposing shady practices, which eventually led Republican congressional candidate Mark Harris to step down and will now culminate in an entirely new election. Chelsea, what did he see?
Fran, Kenny Simmons and his wife say they saw and spoke with McCrae Dallas before the election at a campaign event and saw Dallas holding on to hundreds of absentee ballots the Simmons thought that should have been turned in. Now, you'll recall Dallas is accused of tampering and destroying absentee ballots to benefit the candidates he worked for in Bladen County, including Mark Harris for the 9th Congressional District.
More than 1,100 votes are in question, most of them absentee. When this all began, the man at the center of the state's investigation, Leslie McCrae Dallas, was virtually unknown to most anyone outside of Bladen County.
But we've found that he's been politically active for at least the last decade.
He's worked for county commissioners, sheriffs, and state lawmakers.
Through the testimony I've listened to over the past 3 days, I believe a new election should be called.
A bombshell statement and a shocking decision. Minutes after Republican Mark Harris admits the election results were tainted, the state board votes unanimously to hold a new one. The race for the 9th Congressional District seat will start from square one.
Here at WECT, serving our community is a top priority. That's why we also serve our community by educating them about the latest cancer treatments and initiatives underway. Every month we have several stories under our franchise called Plaid Pack. We inform viewers about warning signs. We share uplifting stories of survival from some of the deadliest forms of cancer.
Thanks to a new treatment she's convinced saved her life.
It's enabled me to see my grandchild and spend time with my family. Nobody knows what tomorrow brings, but today's pretty good.
This year, WECT celebrated its 65th anniversary of serving our viewers here in southeastern North Carolina by honoring our history and reaffirming our commitment to our community. We launched our WECT Community Classroom Series, which helps connect our viewers with Donors Choose, an online crowdsourcing service that allows our local teachers to ask for donations for much-needed supplies for their classroom.
My students are needing headphones to help them concentrate better on their lessons online.
A new rug for my classroom students to learn, work, and play on every day.
We are a K-8 school, but we really need some middle school equipment. So if you could help me out, I would greatly appreciate it.
So far, we've helped raise over $20,000 for teachers' projects featured in our Community Classroom Series and have funded nearly every single project we have featured. All that hard work was recognized as we were named a finalist at NAB's Service to America Awards.
We also continue to make a difference through our annual initiatives to collect toys and bikes during the holidays. We gather fans to share with the elderly to keep them cool during the summer months, and coats to keep the vulnerable members of our population warm during the winter.
But one of our favorite things to do is take our newscast on the road for our Highway 6 series. The Cape-Fear region is one of the fastest growing in the entire country. With so many new folks moving into our community, this new approach is our way of giving those newcomers a chance to see what each town has to offer. This year, we decided to wrap our Highway 6 live coverage around some of the most well-known community events, including the White Lake Water Festival, the North Carolina Blueberry Festival, the Fair Bluff Watermelon Festival.
We jumped in our 56 Chevy and we hit the road.
Highway 6 is live in White Lake.
Welcome to Burgaw, North Carolina. Who's got it better than us right now?
We've got a pretty sweet deal going on right now.
It is fantastic.
We are live in Fair Bluff. It's a warm, beautiful, sunny day here in this town that is recovering from not one but two hurricanes. And the city, the town really hopes that this festival is a boost for the economy and really a boost for morale here. So we look forward to helping them celebrate this Watermelon Festival.
It's through these many avenues that we continue to be the #1 source of news, never ceasing to push the envelope when it comes to news and weather.
We want to thank you for your consideration of WECT for the Outstanding News Operation Award.